The witnesses that put me in prison came forward and admitted that they lied on me. The witnesses who started this whole fiasco came forward and admitted why they lied. One witness admitted that this man influenced him or told him to say, I did the crime. And this man admitted that he influenced him to do so. I do believe that they was young. I do believe that they was impressionable. I do believe that at the time, the witness, he didn't want to come to prison. He didn't want to do time for something that he done. So sure, he was influenced by that. He made a mistake. He was young. So I forgive him for that. What I can't forgive is grown people that sit behind a podium and ask for your vote and run on a certain campaign, but then up under the guises of they gonna do justice, but violate the law every day. To sit here and not let me go, not let Lamar Johnson go, is more than a travesty. What you doing right now is no more than being a criminal yourselves. It's just like kidnapping me and Lamar Johnson and anybody else who's actually innocent. If I went to court today, if I started trial today, with the evidence that we have, with the witnesses recanting their testimony, I would not be sitting in a prison cell. Eric Schmidt has a lot of influence. Even though he's in Washington, D.C., he has a lot of influence, just like his predecessor. He has a lot of influence. Josh Hawley has been in Washington for the last, 4 or 5 years. He still ran St. Louis. He still ran Missouri Attorney General office. Andrew Bailey, hopefully he has a mind of his own. Hopefully he be that first Attorney General to look at the problem and want to try to fix it. Because to sit there and say that because I'm not on death row, I can have my freedom, you might as well go and kill me then.
Do you wish you would rather be on death row?
I would rather be on death row. To sit in prison day after day to live a miserable existence. If you saw the rooms that we live in, if you saw or heard some of the attitudes that we have to deal with, inmates and guards alike, if you have to look at this visiting room, you get tired of it. You talking about 30-something years of my life gone. You get tired of waking up to the same routine day after day. If you're not dealing with one of your young inmates, you're dealing with one of your young guards. You get tired of it. But if I was on death row, I would be like Kevin Strickland or Lamar or what's his name? Joe Amron. I've been free.
Kimberly Ann Collins, she has the freestanding bill. She pre-filed it. We're not sure if they're going to discuss it in the legislature. I know sometime, I think it was last year or maybe someone else, sometimes bills don't even make it out of the committee.
Right.
But the point of this bill is to not have Lincoln versus Cassidy be the precedent where only death row inmates get a chance, right?
Right.
So are you confident that this could be another pathway to your freedom if this becomes law?
House Bill 360, Kimberly Ann Collins is sponsoring it. It was put together by a nice team, including St. Louis University professor. And Ms. Brumfield Young did an excellent job. But in the past 10 years, there has been over, 9 bills that's been presented dealing with actual innocence. Within the past 4 years, there has been 3 bills that's dealing with actual innocence, excessive sentencing, the juvenile bill, and within the past 2 years, only 1 bill, which is this one, that's actually dealing with the issue of Lincoln versus Cassidy. Do I have hope in it? I would like to have it, but it's kind of hard to believe in it because for the past, since 2016, Rodney Lincoln has been free. Ever since Erg Greitens snatched away his case and made it time served. So when he freed Rodney Lincoln, he made his case now a floating stick in the ocean. It wasn't going to go nowhere, and it wasn't going to sink. It was just there. So every politician that's in office for the past 5 years, they have heard about Rodney Lincoln's case. They have known about this case sitting there, and not now politician stood up in the past 5 years, 6 years, whatever, and said we need to do something with this. They knew this going to happen eventually. But what's going to happen in the next 5, 6 years, Lincoln versus Cassidy is going to cost the state billions, because you're going to have multiple inmates who's going to be seeking their freedom up under this same issue. And then you're going to have prosecutors going to have to figure a way out how to deal with this problem. Then you're going to have public defenders who have yet to challenge this issue. They're going to have to try to figure out how they're going to get their clients' freedom and not come up under ineffective assistance of counsel. Because right now, they have no win with this bill with Lincoln versus Cassidy sitting on the board. Right now, Lincoln versus Cassidy is a guillotine. It's killing everyone. There's no escape from it. But it shouldn't sit there, because you create one law, which is the Amron decision, to free them. Then you create the Lincoln versus Cassidy to kill the Amron decision. It makes no sense, no logical sense whatsoever when you're dealing with justice.